We hear from local law enforcement about these shootings and how they prepare for something like this if it were to happen here. News Channel 2's Brent Carney joins us live in the studio with that. Brent.
Good evening, Callahan. A lot of people are on edge after yesterday's mass shootings, including local law enforcement here in Oneida County.
What goes through your mind is you just think about, God forbid something happens here.
That horrible thought is what's going through the minds of many in law enforcement throughout the country, including right here in Oneida County. I sat down with Undersheriff Joe Lisi today to get his thoughts of the two shootings that claimed the lives of almost 30 people. But the undersheriff says the department is prepared for the worst.
So we have ongoing training in all these different disciplines to prepare ourselves for something of this sort. God forbid it happens, and we hope it never happens.
Despite the heavy training, these incidents are very difficult to prevent. But the undersheriff says that there are warning signs to look out for.
If something comes to light that makes somebody pause and say, this person, this individual who's posting these things could be dangerous. They know of a person that has a lot of weapons that's not acting rationally. But there's people that tend to post things that lead people to be afraid or concerned. Those are the things we need to know about.
The undersheriff also said that in these situations, quick responses could be the difference between life and death. The shooter in Dayton, Ohio was gunned down by police in less than a minute.
If you can mitigate the threat as soon as possible within minutes, then there's less likely to be a greater amount of casualty. It doesn't take long for that type of activity, that type of carnage to take place with the weapons that these people have access to, are using.
More than ever, those weapons are in the national spotlight, causing controversy throughout the country.
I think if a law-abiding citizen has a weapon or a gun and they abide by the laws, I have no issue with that. Those people are not the problem. It's the people that are able to purchase guns illegally that don't follow the rules, that don't adhere to the guidelines. Those are our problem. So the weapons in the hands of people that are unstable is the problem, not the law-abiding citizen.
All right, so you talked to the undersheriff. Very emotional weekend we had. What did he say that we could do in the future to possibly help prevent something like this from happening?
Well, the main thing he said is obviously if you see something, then say something. But he said we can't let these acts of violence really kind of dictate how we live. And he said to just basically go out, live your life. And I mean, as hard as these things are to kind of forget about, he still said that they should not dictate how we live. So definitely a hard 24 hours.
Yes, and they do train, I know, at the sheriff's office in case
Constantly.
something like this were to happen. So thank you, Brent.
No problem.
Governor Cuomo responding to this, saying our